getting to the end of another school year. This is always the time that I like to put out some information about what your child does after high school. Because sorry, I'm making a sandwich. There's so much pressure about going to college. And college is not for every person. And that's okay. I remember the first time one of my kids brought home something for college. They were in fifth grade elementary school, and a college person came to visit a classroom. I mean, talk about the pressure. But some of them don't want to go, and they're not going to do anything in their life that it would be necessary for. So why the push? There's a lot. We're not going to get into that. But for right now, I want to share some other ideas. First of all, if they do want to go to college, there's a lot of ways to do that cheaper than I did. I was the first one in my family to go and get a bachelor's degree because I really wanted it. Like I'm a closet nerd. Sometimes I let the full nerd out. Most of the time I'm a closet nerd. That was something I wanted. That was important to me. But because I was the first, I went and I did all the loans, like they said, and I paid on them for years and years and years. And I didn't want my kids to go through that. So we started looking at different ways, and there's some great books out there now and great resources for that. There are a lot of community colleges now that actually have some things for free, and they're just cheaper. I mean, your first 2 years of college are a lot of basic classes for a lot of the programs, so it doesn't matter where you take them at. So I would start at a community college, get the basics done, try things, make sure that's what you actually want to do, and then transfer them to wherever you want to go. There's also programs you can get where you can get people to pay for your college. And there's also other colleges. One of my kids went to Western Governors University, and I'm sure there's others like that. That's the one I know of, that it is set up different. You pay like for the time they're going, and they can take as many or little classes in that semester as they can fit. So if you have somebody on a budget that's a hard worker, I mean, take them all at once, you know? If you have somebody like my kid had a full-time job. So it was still a good benefit for what they could handle and what we were paying. But say your kid doesn't want to go to college, that's great. There is such a need right now for a lot of jobs that don't require any college. A lot of apprenticeships, a lot of online things where you can teach yourself, and by the time they would finish a 4-year degree in a lot of the technical stuff, what they learned in the first year is already obsolete. A lot of those jobs, although the job requirements might say a degree, if they can get in and show what they can do, they're going to win out every time. And here's a big one. Maybe they just don't know yet. And that's okay, because what do you know about your life at 17, 18 years old that is going to ring true for the entire rest of your life? Not a whole lot. If you look at the number of people that change careers in their lifetime, I don't have it right offhand, but Google it. It was a huge number, huge. And when I started going to college, I knew, if you would have asked me, I knew 100% what I wanted to be until I sat in the very first class that was actually about what I wanted to be. And I sat there and I listened. The professor was somebody who retired from the field, and when he actually described what you would be doing, I knew I would hate it. So I changed my mind right then and there. At a major university I went out of state for in my very first class. Yeah, there's no use pushing your child to go to something when they don't know what they want. Let them go out and work. Try some different jobs. There's a lot of jobs that sound good until you actually do them. Or there's parts of the job that they might like and really like, but the parts that they don't like overshadow what they do like. Or there's a lot of things that somebody thinks they would like as a career that they just enjoy as a hobby. And then it loses the specialness to them when they're forced to do it all the time. Sometimes hobbies need to stay special. Sometimes hobbies do boom up into a career, but they won't know unless they go out there and try. I mean, think about it. What is lost if your child doesn't go to college right away, like everybody pushes to? They give the statistics about if they don't go right away, how many actually end up going back. I think those statistics are a little skewed if you just look at them flat, because let's compare that with the statistics of people who go to college and don't finish, who incurred a bill to go to college but didn't finish, or that went and changed their minds, or that went and got their degree and never used it. I mean, just looking at that, you know, the one number, if they don't go, they'll almost never go. That's okay. That means that in their life, they weren't doing something that it was needed for. Because I know a lot of people, quite a few, I mean like a lot, that went back to college after getting married, after having kids, or maybe after staying single and doing something for a while, and they then figured out what it is they wanted to do. I mean, really, if you think about it, what do they really lose if they don't go to college right away? I mean, there's a handful of scholarships that are just for, certain times, but there's a lot of scholarships out there. So if they miss out on a few because they don't go right away, there's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more. So if your child is graduating and they're not going to college, that's okay. This is my reassurance to you as a parent, to them as a teenager. Their life is not doomed. They're going to be just fine. Encourage them to take this time, go work. They need to work. Go work, try out different jobs, try out different things, see what they think, see what they like, see what's going to be needed to take them to the next steps in life. And sometimes the reality is, sometimes you just have jobs. My mom has spent most of her life saying she doesn't know what she wants to be when she grows up. She is in her mid-60s now, and she's just now figured it out. So she had jobs, and that was okay. Jobs are fine. They supported us. We had a very happy life, and it was okay.